Hi friends, I am Dr. Sandeep Basin from Carewell Medical Center. Today I'll be discussing you common mistakes that people make while choosing a clinic for hair transplantation. So let's see what are the common mistakes that people make when they choose a clinic for hair transplantation. So the first common mistake which I see what people make is that when they want to go for a hair transplantation, they would try to select a clinic which is advertised the most, which has got a 5-star setup, which is like, has a multiple chains and branches and, many times these clinics which have got multiple chain, which I said like a corporate, working like a corporate culture or a 5-star setups, they are not actually run by doctors, they are run by corporate peoples who are not even doctors, who are not even medicos, and their sole aim is to earn money and get the maximum amount of money. Often the doctors are not ruling the entire thing, and every time a new doctor, a new team is coming and doing the transplant. So if you get a transplant done, in the follow-up you would be meeting some other person, and 6 months down the line, the doctor would be changed, the team would be changed, and so there is not single doctor who is following you, who knows your case, who understand what you have gone or not undergone or not undergone. So that is the one very common mistake that people make because of advertisement. They are going to clinics which are well advertised, which have got corporate culture and which have got multiple chains, and that they are attracting the people, and actually they are not under the supervision of one doctor who knows what is happening with you, who is following you, seeing you, how your things are going on, what are the problems you are facing, what need to be done, and what need to be done after 2 years or 3 years down the line when you start losing your hair or when some other problems start coming. This is the first very common problem, that we are not choosing based on doctor or medico who is running, but we are basing it on the name, on the 5-star setup, on the advertisement, the clinic that we are choosing. So that is the first common mistake that we are doing. The second common mistake again related to that is, sometimes you choose a center, and maybe the center is giving you hair transplantation at a very, very low price, and you don't ask, who is doing the hair transplantation. Maybe there is no doctor involved in the hair transplantation. Maybe it is done just by our team of technicians who are coming and doing, and maybe the doctor is not involved at all. I got some news, I think this is not being practiced now, that many parlors, beauty parlors and salons started doing hair transplant in many cities, and where not a single doctor was involved, only some technicians came and started doing the transplant, and they had some many bad consequences also, complications also. So that is second common mistake, that you choose to lower down the price. Sometimes you choose not a clinic, but you choose a salon or a spa or centers like that, which are not really qualified to do a transplantation. The third common mistake that people make while making a transplant is, sometimes the advertisement is done regarding robotic hair transplant, and people pay a very hefty amount of money in the name of robotic hair transplant, thinking that robotic hair transplant is more successful, gives better results in hair transplantation. So friends, there is no evidence till now that robotic hair transplanter of any machine that is there in the world of the technology as of the date 2020 November, when I'm making this video, is superior to the manual hair transplantation. There is no evidence whatsoever. There are many drawbacks with the robotic hair transplantation. I'll give you a few of them. Like the punch size of a robotic hair transplant is like 1.2 millimeter, which is much bigger than 0.9 or 0.8 that we use in manual hair transplantation. Transaction rate is much more in robotic hair transplant compared to the surgery done by a very trained surgeon and a team. The results of robotic hair transplant are inferior compared to what you get in a manual hair transplantation if it is done properly. So there is no evidence that the robotic hair transplantation is superior or gives a better result as compared to manual hair transplantation. So that is another very, very common, wrong concept, that robotic hair transplantation is better. Number 4, sometimes we choose some clinics which give many false, claims and make very false claims and very hefty claims, that some of them is like using stem cells. Still, stem cell is not proven for hair loss or hair treatment, but many clinics are using this word stem cells and things like that and selling the hair transplantation a big way. So friends, stem cell is still a very big enigma. Still we don't know where it will work or not work. In hair transplantation especially, and hair loss, stem cells are still a big mystery, nothing is proven in stem cells. So do not fall in the trap of stem cells or treatments which are expensive, which are not proven, which are still very controversial treatments. So look for the treatment that are well proven, done by a medico who is well trained, who has been doing it for many years. Do not try to run to the centers which are too expensive or which are very, very cheap, because there is somewhere problem in very expensive centers or the centers that are very, very running at a very low cost also, because both of them have their own issues. So thank you friends. I am Dr. Sandeep Bhasin from Carewell Medical Center. Thank you and hoping to meet you in future.